When MrBeast makes a video, you can tell that everyone involved is having a good time. And I mean, who wouldn't? Being in a MrBeast video guarantees that you're gonna leave with more than what you came with. His videos are mainly about giving people money or a fucking island away to someone. But sometimes he'll put out a video where people are like, I don't know about that one, boss. And mainly it's just people who are assholes and can't handle the fact that a YouTuber is doing more good for the world than their favorite philanthropist. They could donate $1 billion to whatever organization they want. They will never use that money to directly help 1,000 people for whatever reason. Those 2,000 people that MrBeast helped is literally doing more than what some politicians promise to do for us. And those are the people that matter. MrBeast could be gone tomorrow and we'd all cry. If the government was gone, the purge shows us exactly what would happen. But thankfully, MrBeast and the government are here to stay, which obviously means people getting mad at a random MrBeast video. And this is probably the only time that I can agree with what a person is saying about MrBeast, but he made a tweet that said, would you spend 100 days in this room with a random stranger for $500,000? Doors unlocked. If one of you leaves before day 100, you both lose. And then he replied to his own tweet with, I'm about to run this experiment. Let's see how they do. And what made me laugh and want to talk about this is the reply someone made saying, MrBeast running psychological torture on poor people like rich villains in horror movies. And if it hadn't been that I watched the first episode of Vsauce's YouTube show, this would have went right over my head. But in that video, Michael says that scientists say that, you know what, I'm not even gonna try. I'm just gonna let Michael explain it to you.
Imagine being confined to a 10 by 10 foot room in complete isolation. Psychologists say that fewer than 3 days in a room like this can lead to brain damage.
Now obviously this room is a lot bigger and has a few more colors, but it's basically what Vsauce did, just with extra steps and a cash prize at the end. I thought me and MrBeast were two completely different people, but I would make people do stuff for money too. If you can't ride a bike, I need like 10 of y'all to have a bike race down a fucking hill. You can't swim? I need one of y'all to jump into the deep end for me and I'll give you a fucking island that you can't even get off of because you can't swim. Just because MrBeast doesn't say fuck and make content about people eating shit pills doesn't change the fact that his content is essentially taking advantage of people who are desperate for money. I wouldn't necessarily just say poor people. Like, it's one thing to buy a grocery store and give someone $10,000 a day until they leave, which is like, come on, what the fuck even is that? If you really have that much money, just donate it. You're like a child-friendly version of Jigsaw. He even called it an experiment, which means a scientific procedure undertaken to make a discovery. What discovery are you making? We already have experiments like this set up. It's called jail. MrBeast complains about having to make so many videos, but then asks people to film a video that's gonna take him at least 100 days. You put that on yourself. And what's funny is that these people aren't even going to be watched by MrBeast for more than like the first hour. He's basically chosen 2 people to make a video for him in the guise of winning $500,000. All this is going to be is a MrBeast voiceover with the occasional, okay, so now we took away their bathroom, we'll see who has to leave and poop first. But let's be real, anyone, and I mean anyone, can survive in this room for 100 days, even with a stranger. MrBeast isn't someone who's going to get 2 random people off the street. He's going to make sure the 2 people he picked are family friendly, have never done drugs, no criminal record, make sure they're virgins so they don't want to fuck during their stay. MrBeast isn't going to waste $500,000 on a video and have no ads on it. That's blasphemy. But yeah guys, remember, in about 3 to 4 months from now, MrBeast is going to release this video, and unless somebody gets knocked the fuck out, I don't want to see it. See you guys Monday. Peace.